when kind of the shape starts to drop down and mentally maybe you cannot sustain that diet, and was more like, let's say, low carb rides, maybe try to restrict the carbs some more than I do now, then the weight will go up pretty quick. And now the change I make more was like really not being scared of the carbs, actually the opposite. You just kind of just eat normal, don't be too stressed, just keep that little calorie deficit, but kind of eat more when you're riding. I wouldn't eat too much. I would restrict myself even on the bike, and that was actually the biggest mistake, I would say. Restrict yourself on the bike, because now with the nutritionist, which is a Spanish Basque guy, who told, like he said, the moment to eat is on the bike. When you're off the bike, that's where you need to watch out what you eat more. But when you're on the bike, just get them carbs in, because that's when your metabolism is at its best, and that's where you can get it in, and you're not going to gain weight really. Maybe in the beginning, when your metabolism is not as good, you won't lose weight straight away. Maybe you will kind of gain a little bit or maintain, but then when you get your metabolism going, and that's what happened for me. Like this year I did it, in the beginning the weight was quite stable, but then my metabolism started to be really good. I was eating quite a lot on the bike. Just don't be scared to go like on an effort days, I can go like 80 to 100 grams an hour. This is normal for me on like a general day, just by feeling, like 40 to 60 grams. And yeah, I got this metabolism going, and now it's actually much easier to lose weight and just like constant. And I feel, I don't feel that being hungry all the time or pushing the diet too much. And mentally, I feel much more fresh. That's the biggest difference. It's not on the short term. On the short term, what I was doing, I could do it, but on the longer term, I think this is much more healthy. And I'm still like kind of, let's say, in the try. I want to see, because this is really the first year I'm doing it, I want to see how it's going to affect, let's say, my off season, how much weight I'm going to put on in the off season now, maybe less than before, because you have this more balanced thing. You don't have this big dip. Maybe it's just going to be more stable, which is going to make myself also a more consistent rider, because for a rider like me, I'm a climber, but I need to be light, I'm 180, I'm 1.88 meters. So for me, like in the winter, I can be like 75 kilos, but to perform well in the climbs, I need to be 70 or less to be really with the best guys. And it's a big difference. So, also not putting on too much weight in the off season is important. And I want to see on the long term if this is going to affect all of that. And this, it's a really good change. I've made this. And also I would say not only on the bike, but outside the bike, I just feel better, more energy, not having too much worries or about this, it's just a good change, I would say. Hey, it's Pavel Sivakov, and you're listening to the Physical Performance Show.